Death toll in Iran protests surpasses 600. Wave of arrests continue. The MEK announced that the number of protesters killed by Iran's security forces in the course of the Iran uprising that started on November 15th in over 187 cities has surpassed 600. To date, the MEK has published the identities of 194 of those killed, adding 15 new names today. The wave of arrests by Iranian regime security forces continues throughout the country. Iranian state media reports indicate that the regime's suppressive forces have detained 413 people on December 1st in 4 provinces. The actual number of the arrests throughout the country is much higher. Maryam Rajavi, president-elect of the National Council of Resistance of Iran, once again called on the international community to take urgent action to stop the killing and repression in Iran. She called on the United Nations to immediately dispatch a fact-finding mission to Iran to visit those arrested. The leaders of the Iranian regime must be held accountable for their crimes against humanity. Nobel laureates write a letter to UN Secretary-General over Iran protests. A group of Nobel laureates has written a joint letter to UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres highlighting the Iranian regime's crackdown on the Iran protests. We, the Nobel laureates signing this letter, seek to express our grave concerns over the recent deadly crackdown on anti-regime demonstrators in Iran and condemn the security forces' use of lethal force against innocent people demanding their rights be respected, read the letter. In addition to our scientific obligations to advance science and improve human rights, we strongly believe that defending human rights across the globe is our duty. Therefore, we urgently request that the United Nations intervene immediately to prevent further atrocities by the Iranian regime against its own people, and suggest that the UN membership meet as soon as possible to address this crisis and take steps to hold those responsible to account. Iran protests. Merchants go on strike in various cities. On Sunday, anti-regime protests that erupted across Iran over the sudden increase in the price of fuel entered their 17th consecutive day. The merchants in Niksha, Sistan and Baluchistan province went on strike in protest to the killing of fuel porters, the imprisonment of rights activists, and high prices. Iran tortures protesters to make false confessions. Around 420 protesters detained in Tehran and Elborz provinces have been transferred to Section 8 of Gordas prison, controlled by the intelligence ministry. The Iranian regime tortured them to force them to make false confessions. Protesters were stripped and beaten for hours with cables, whips and batons. Protesters were also soaked in water at nights before being brutally flogged and beaten. There were other reports of Iranian protesters under torture at Adel Abad prison of Shiraz,